Good morning, or good morning to me anyway, or good afternoon to you, whatever it is. I'm back out in Red Rock this morning. Here's my view. So what I did is I drove out here toward Red Rock, a little past the Scenic Drive Loop, if you're familiar, and came to a little area where you can pull off. And I don't know that this is a named trailhead or not, but it said, please lock your car, you're responsible. And I walked out a little bit, there's all these trails. So I'm going to walk toward these mountains out here, and I'm going to see where it takes us. So come along with me, let's enjoy this. A bit chilly, honestly. It's when I last looked at my car thermometer, it was 72 degrees. It is early in the morning, as you can see by my shadow. Sun is behind me coming up. Probably about, I don't know, 6:30 right now. But it's just, I keep saying this, but it's just beautiful out here. So gonna enjoy the walk. So anyway, this is what it's gonna look like for a while as I walk down here. So as I see stuff, I will turn the camera back on. Came across this guy. Good thing I didn't fall into him or anything. It's a big one. I've been walking, I don't know, 10 minutes. I don't think I've got any closer. You don't realize how far you are away. Beautiful out here. I haven't seen any wildlife. It's pretty quiet out here. I can hear birds in the distance. Other than that, I haven't seen anything. Or I've heard anything. I'm going to make my way over there eventually in that canyon, see what we got. But I'm going to get to the edge of the mountain first. Alrighty. And I will continue. Alright, still making it through. I did just see my first wildlife. Tried to turn the camera on, but it was a jackrabbit. He's right where the camera's pointing. I don't know that you are going to be able to see him at all. I saw his ears hopping through the tall grass. And then he just kind of disappeared. So anyway, he's a bit quicker than me. Trying to see if I see him pop up anywhere, but my guess is he stopped. So I am seeing on the trail itself a lot of it's like, animal poop. So a few looks like little tracks, maybe some burros or wild horses. On occasion, see a track, but most of the poop has been small. Possibly people bringing their dogs out here, but more than likely it's other animals that I cannot identify by their poop, because I'm not a poopologist. Alright, anyway, I'll let y'all know if I see anything else. Alright, here's what I'm talking about. Can anybody identify that? It's got a brown reddish color to it. But I've seen that. Here's some more. I've seen that a lot down this trail. Alright, poopologist, tell me what that is. This one may be different. It does have a lot of berries and stuff in it. So my guess is it's not a dog. Anyway, interested to know what you think. Alright. So I see like a little shed, little cabin. So I can zoom into this thing. Yeah, it's right there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I'm gonna walk toward that. Oh, there it is, right in the center of the screen. I'll walk toward that and see what that is. Because I just don't know. I see some signs near it, so I don't think anybody's living there. And it's really small. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. So coming up on this building, it's behind a big cactus up here. But I see some signs. One says parking area closed at, and has some times. So my guess is this is a parking area of some sort, maybe some restrooms. It's Oak Creek Canyon. So when you go on the scenic road, oh look. So when you turn down, if you turn down the scenic road, it costs you $20 to get in there. I didn't want to do that, so as I'm cheap. So I don't know. Let's see. This says what's the heck's the date? So April 1st. We're doing the April 1st through September 30th. Closes at 8 p.m. But there's nobody here. There is restrooms. There's a couple of trails. So that's the. Read that. The Arnite. If y'all want to look those up. And then over here, I can't even read it. Oh, sorry. Looking at the mountains. Oak Creek Canyon. So both those look very intriguing. I'm going to take it, since I'm right-handed, I'm going to take the one on the right. Don't ask me why. Anyway, let me get the zoom out. So that's where I'm headed. Now I see some like canyons and stuff on the way. I just think it'd be more interesting. So that's where I'm going to go. And then I can probably loop around and come back on the other side of the trail. I just don't know that yet. And there's a sign that says climbers after rain do not climb sandstone. I am not a climber. Heck, I'm not even a hiker. I'm a walker. So anyway, we'll take this, see where it takes us. So just started walking. The first thing I noticed is this is a wider trail. So obviously it's marked. The one I was on wasn't even marked. So it was probably more of a game trail. Maybe took me here. I am not sure, but it was very thin. And obviously a lot of the poop that I saw. I want to break the record for the amount of times somebody says poop on YouTube. Anyway, so that's the first thing I noticed. And obviously it's got these little arrows, little signs. You see one coming up here that kind of keeps leading you on the trail. So there's nothing preventing you to get off the trail other than, finding your own path, your own trails, and, going around the cactus and things. But anyway, that's what I saw differently. So I saw these stones just off the path. I mean, maybe 10 feet off the path. And there's broken glass in there and stuff, so maybe somebody came out here and started a fire. It's been a while since it looks like it's all covered, but there's some broken glass. I don't even know if you can do that. But anyway, give you all another view of all this. I haven't seen any. I mean, I've seen a few birds now. I haven't even seen a lizard yet, which I think is kind of strange. But I think as the sun comes out, they'll come out more, as they like the sun. That's my view at the current time, and I will keep walking down this trail. So as I'm walking, it just started getting really rockier. So just something, want to watch your ankles and stuff after your step. And a part of me wants to keep looking at the mountains. But yeah, you really got to watch your step and make sure you're not twisting an ankle or something. So just a warning from me if that matters at all to you. Found this big tree out here in the middle of nowhere. Look around. You just don't see a lot of them. There's some over there, so that's telling me there's probably a wash over there, which is the way I'm heading. If you're wondering, I've got 1.19 miles, and I haven't made it to the mountains yet. But I'm going to sit here, drink some water, and I'm in the shade. It is starting to get a little warmer. Not hot by any means, but I also been walking for over a mile. So anyway, I gotta have some water, and I'll continue. Just standing here looking around after I drink my water, and I thought that looked pretty cool. That's probably 5 miles from me. I've zoomed in just so y'all know. I'm just basing that on what I walked so far. And I'm not reaching these mountains right here. So anyway, continue I go. Starting to see some bigger boulders as I get closer. You can see them sticking out of the top of the grass. There's a red one right over there. But just thought I'd make note of that. I haven't walked far from when I last filmed. You can still see some of the larger rocks on the ground. So whenever I see something, I stop and don't continue to walk. But I'm heading toward these canyons over here. Gonna do some exploring, some resting until I head back. It's beautiful. Starting to hear a lot more birds. I can tell there's birds like in the canyons and stuff. So very, very nice walk. Another thing I noticed while I was walking is I've seen very little trash. I showed y'all, that glass. I mean, there wasn't even that much of it. Where that possible fire was, campfire. And I just saw what looked like maybe a cigarette butt or something. And then that just kind of, reminded me, just haven't seen a lot of trash out here. So that is great. You just don't see a lot of human, like people been out here. Now people have, because I can see their footprints and stuff. But the good thing is they're not throwing the trash around. So anyway, just wanted to make note of that. I think people who usually come out here, really enjoy the nature. So I can see why they wouldn't do it. But if I see anything that doesn't have other people's DNA on it, I will definitely pick it up and bring it back with me. And if you're worried about ever going off the trail, somebody has placed these rocks. I've seen it several times. Because there's a big open space here, and I can see how people may just walk that way. But they've actually marked it so that you stay on the trail itself. So I thought that was cool. So you can probably tell, maybe not, but a little out of breath. There was I'm going up and down a little bit more. There's a lot more washes out here. I guess it makes sense from the water coming off the mountains. There's a big one I just entered. So that's all it is. It's just me going up and down a little bit more. So anyway, it looks like a dry riverbed you see in Colorado or something because of the large rocks. But anyway, trail goes that way. That is the way I go. And capture a little bit of what the trail looks at this point because I haven't done that. But you can see it's got a lot more vegetation or taller vegetation out here. And again, a lot of big rocks. I'm sorry, guys, not looking at the camera. I am looking at the ground. But it changed a bit, so I thought I'd get this on camera. Another set of rocks, keep you on the track. I did see my first lizard a few seconds ago. Tiny little thing. But there's so many out here. Just thought it was weird I hadn't seen them all. But it is warming up. Yeah, I mean, if you ever get the chance, because the camera just doesn't do it justice, and you're able, you know, to take a trip like this. I've done several of these now, and I've never felt like I've been in danger or anything like that. I haven't seen anything that really worried me. I'm out here by myself. So just, you know, not saying something like that can't happen, because you have to be careful. You know, not only, you know, if you see an animal, you know, don't approach it, obviously. And at the same time, you know, be very careful, because if you are here by yourself. And my phone does have satellite on it, so if anything happens, I can always text and probably send coordinates, stuff like that. So, so I've had that in my back pocket as well. Not that I'm worried about it, but you know, just gives me that sense of security. All right, I would say I'm almost there. I don't know if I'm almost there or not. Mountains are getting bigger, but I don't know if I'm getting closer. But yeah, I want to get to the edge of the mountains. My guess is another mile. But man, it doesn't look like another mile. Anyway, when I get there, I'll let you know how far it was. And again, this wasn't a straight shot. You know, it started to veer off from the mountains because it's going to a certain canyon, canyon, if I can speak. So anyway, there wasn't a trail going straight to it. So, all right, talk to you in a minute. So the trail for the longest time there was going parallel of these babies. I just started heading toward him again. So let's see what my watch says. Let's see, I've been walking for 1.93 miles, 4,300 steps. Been walking for 47 minutes, gives you an idea. My guess is I'm about 20 minutes from the mountains, from the base of it. Of course, my guess could be completely off, but I am getting closer. So anyway, that's the update at this point. Again, up and down, a little out of breath from that. But as soon as I find a shady spot, I will sit down and rest to catch my breath. So I just came over a hill, and I don't know if anybody knows what an oleander is, but I've never seen one in the wild. Pretty sure that's what I'm looking at here. It doesn't look like one in your backyard, because these aren't fertilized, and they probably don't get a lot of watering. But it was just weird how I came up a little hill, and the terrain just started changing. I had all these, to what looked like to me like oleanders, if you remember. But they're smaller, so maybe they've adapted to their climate. But see all those big rocks out there, so I'm getting close to the foothills and excited to rest and then carry on. So I want to go over here, get my finger in it right there. I'd like to see that. Then I don't know where this trail's taking me, but that's what I'd like to see, and then kind of got to go in that canyon a little bit, find some shade. So that's the plan at this point, but I don't know if you can tell if I'm any closer, but I can. Looks like right up in there, you can see that black streak coming down. Like that's a waterfall at some point. It's just it's been dry out here, and it's into July, so all the snow melt. I don't know if these mountains even get snow, but that would be my guess, is it's gonna dry up in the summertime. So anyway, so it feels like it's in the low 80s now. Obviously no humidity, but I did have a hat on and my head was getting hot. So, but without the hat, it feels great. And there are these signs here along the trail. So if you think you're off of it, you can kind of look up over the brush and see if you can see one of those to kind of get you back on it. But I've had no problems, and I've been looking down the whole time, so I don't sprain my ankle, and I haven't had any problems following the trail. So, or I've been lucky. Anyway, so yeah, when I get up there, and probably when I rest, unless I see something else, I will put the camera back on and kind of give you an update. All right, I saw this. This is two trails kind of merging together. The Arnite Trail and the No Trail. So the No is to the left and the Arnite, which is what I'm following, is to the right. So I don't think the other one was the No Trail, so I don't know where the No Trail goes. So when I go back, I'll probably just go back the way I came, as to not to get lost. Because if I look back, I don't even see my car. So I'm going to follow my trail back. Anyway, just in case you're on the No Trail and you run into the Arnite Trail, you are now where I am right now. All right, bye. So about to go into this big wash. A few steps down. This is biggest step down I've gone so far. Not that it's bad, because it's like natural steps. I hear some quail. There's some big rocks. Biggest I've seen. And it looks like I got a natural stealth step up. So you don't hear me breathing heavy, I'll pause it right here. All right, it's the first time I've seen, believe it or not, these cactuses. So as we get closer, maybe they grow in a more rockier climate. I don't know. I'm not a cactologist. Anyway, as I see things differently, there's a little fork in the road. So I'm going to continue this way. Oh, just stepped on a rock and it rocked with me. The rock rocked. So I don't know what officially the foothills would be, but I'm getting pretty close, if not already there. You can see all the big rocks that have fallen off the mountains over time. But that canyon is right in there. So it kind of looks different as I get closer, but if I go over that ridge, or I want to eventually get on the other side of that ridge, not that I'm going over it, the canyon will be there. Now, I know the Icebox Canyon is over here. I don't think this is it. It could very well be, and I just took an alternate trip, because that's where I was going to go this morning. But like I said, I'm cheap and didn't want to pay 20 bucks a car to come this way. So I just found a pull off with the other car parked there, and I said, this looks good. And, you know, it didn't say it was a trail or anything. It just said lock your car. So I locked my car and had a little tiny fence, and I just went over the fence. They had another way in, but I was right next to the fence. So I just stepped over the little tiny fence and walked across. There was this road. Walked the other side of the road. I was going to get some video and saw a trail. So I said, well, this is what I'm going to do then. So I just started following that trail, and Honestly, I think it's a game trail. I think I was following a game trail because there was no markings or anything, which I think is fine. And then I come across that little parking area that dirt road went to that I showed y'all, and found this actual trail. So that's where we are today. These little red spots on this rock. Like some are coming out and some are going in. Almost looks like somebody came and nailed the rock, and some of the nails are popping out and some have rusted off. That is not what happened. I'm sure somebody did come out and nail the rock with hard nails, but oh, look at that up there. It's a rock, but it's so square. That's cool. Doesn't look natural from here. I'm sure it is, but just doesn't look it. All right, maybe I'll get closer. This rock's not what it's cracked up to be. So same rock, it's got the red dots on it and stuff. So I don't know if y'all seen my other videos, but obviously this was, you know, millions and billions or whatever years ago. This was under the water, under a sea. So when I see things like that, you know, I think was that there then? Is that like a you know, why did that one survive and not a whole bunch of others? You know, there's something to make it more dense. I don't know. Not a geologist. Oh, so I'm coming up on that rock. I mean, look at how square it is. So you would think if it rolled down the mountain, just the rolling wouldn't make it round. And I know it's square. I mean, it's not perfectly square. I understand that, but it is cool. It's got moss on it too. I got a pine tree growing next to it. It's the healthiest tree I've seen out here. Probably the only pine too. I'm seeing some more pines as I get higher up. But that is cool. Alrighty. I'm getting closer, guys. So I know I've been walking for over 2 miles now. And now I'm thinking about, oh my God, I gotta walk back. So probably not a lot of filming going back, it's just so I can get back. I'm generally a very fast walker. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. But you gotta take your time out here. So it takes you a little longer to get places, because I don't want to sprain my ankle out here by myself, like I said. So I may put the camera down, focus on just getting back. But before I do that, let's focus on where I'm going, because I do want to at least touch the mountain. The goal, touch the mountain. But enjoy the walk, enjoy the scenery while I'm there. I will rest when I get there, like I've said, and I will rest several times when I go back. I got here early, so oh, look at these purple things. Boy, that purple just really pops. That is purple, right? It's like a grape color. So I'm saying purple. It really pops against that green of the cactus. Oh, that's cool. It's like every time you turn a corner here, you just see different things, you know? Makes it interesting. Oh, look at this. I mean, that looks like it's coming out of this huge plant. And it's a tiny little plant it's coming out of. That thing looks healthy too. Not so much healthy. I'm sure he's older though. I know the feeling. All right, we're coming up on this canyon. Can y'all see that? God, I hope that's showing up good on here. So it's just about gonna drop. I'm not gonna drop, but the ground is. I'm just not gonna be underneath it at the time. But y'all can see it kind of sloping off already. Oh man, this This is beautiful. Again, trying to focus on not stepping on something I shouldn't. And those are two things: a rock that'll twist my ankle and a poop. Yep, I said poop again. Honestly, I haven't seen any on the natural trails. Or the trails that are marked, I have not seen any. Oh, never mind. Maybe I hadn't been looking. That is a bigger animal. Maybe bobcat or something. Again, not a poopologist. All right, there's a canyon down there. It's where it starts. I see no people. Heck, I haven't seen anybody since I've been here. There was a car parked in the lot when I pulled in, but I didn't see anybody in the car, and I haven't seen them since I've been out here either. All right, my watch just said I've been 2.34 miles. Been walking for 56 minutes. Honestly, it feels like I've been out here for a couple hours. The distance is kind of shocking to me. Look at that. And then the trees down there. Look, I don't know if you can tell how tall the trees are. I mean, I can't either. Oh, look. There is an area down there. Yeah, there it is. You can see the signs and stuff. So there's a trail down there. And it looks like some other things. So yeah, so there are some trails out here. I just don't see any peoples. So, all right, some loose rocks here. And I'm gonna start heading down. And now I just started regretting the walk back. Again, I'll take as much rest as I need. So I am walking on the edge of this canyon. So I'm gonna walk on the left-hand side of my trail for safety. It's a steady trail, guys. There are loose rocks, but there are big rocks too that you can stand on that aren't moving at all. In case you're worried about that. I do not have a fear of heights, so that's not bothering me at all. Let me stand on this rock. See a lot of grass down there. And then this is the canyon. So I'm very interested where the trail takes me now. I mean, does it take me all the way down to the bottom of the canyon? It is going down, down the rim here. Oh, I slipped. I'm fine. Honestly, guys, I looked at the camera. Make sure I was recording. Because it's starting to get bright out here and I can't see the screen that well. And shouldn't have done that. Keep my eye on the road. And I don't have hiking shoes. I just got some tennis shoes on. I will be investing in hiking shoes at some point. For that very reason, just for better grip. Oh, I just saw a very blue bird. I don't know what kind of birds are out here. I've only been in Vegas a little over a month, or the Vegas area. Still familiarizing myself with the wildlife. Really getting the canyon now, guys. I'm almost even on these rocks. I mean, I would say I'm officially in the canyon. I'm just up on the rim of it. Or not on the rim, but on the side, like a side trail. Because it goes up on my left and down on my right. So guys, I hope this isn't boring to you guys. If it is, come out and do this yourself, because it's not boring when you're here, that's for sure. But if you're subscribed to the channel, not many of you are at this point, but if you're watching it and you haven't subscribed, let us know. So we also do, you know, some slot videos and just some other things around Vegas where we can film. And I mean, our goal is to not have other people on our camera, right? We don't want to people on film that don't want to be on film. So the slot videos, we can do that because we can just put it on the, you know, put the slot on the screen. But obviously we need consent if we're going to film anybody. So I don't know the actual rules on that. I was just going by my morality. Whew, look at this. I went in the jungle. I just got 5 degrees colder. Just felt it instantly because I got out of the sun. So that is what I plan to do once I get in the shade over here. Boy, it changed. Now I'm in the woods. All right. All right, so this is saying, I think somehow I got off my trail. I hear something in there. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Probably not. I do. I saw lots more birds now. I hear wildlife. I'm going to go this way. I don't think I can get lost coming out of the canyon just because there's probably only one way out of the canyon. And I just know I need to go back to the right and then up toward the road. I can see the road at this elevation, so worst case scenario, I can get to the road and then walk down the road to the car or whatever, but I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be able to see the car eventually. I turned around several times while I was walking up here just to see if I could see my car, but the sun was so low in the sky, all I could see was the sun. So anyway, hearing something back up in there. It stopped when I stopped. Wow, look at this, guys. So I can see some like debris for like when it's washing, all the water's washing down here. It's bone dry right now. So that is like a, I don't know, riverbed, I don't know what you want to call it. A wash. I guess it's more of a wash than a riverbed. But that also tells me somewhere up there, water's got to come, right? So I did hear in Icebox Canyon that there is a waterfall. Now, I'm sure it's dry. I'm sure it's not running. But just because of the time of year. Wow, look at this. You know what? I think this may be a good plus. Good place for me to rest for a while, drink some water, find me a rock to sit on. And that right there, oh, sorry about my finger. That's the trail I'll be going up in a minute. Not sure how much farther I'm going to go. Because I got to walk back. And it's just going to get hot. So anyway, I'll play it by ear. But I'm not tired. I mean, the walk, I think just because of the beauty of the walk, you know, I've just been looking at that and not really thinking about being tired. So anyway, drink some water, rest. I'll catch you back up in a minute. So I hadn't started walking back yet, but just on the other side of these trees, these things, you can see the black on the walls. So that's called desert varnish, from what I understand. And a lot of times the Native Americans, you know, depending on the tribes, whatever, would use that as like a you know, a canvas and do petroglyphs and stuff. So anyway, I don't see any, but That would be lower, I would think. And then actually, I think I actually seen it. I don't see any. I see some markings, but I think those are just natural. But anyway, thought that was cool. I haven't left from where I started resting, but I am getting on. So yeah, I'm not going to walk much farther just because I am almost now out of water. I only brought one bottle, so I'm just going to be cautious of that. Honestly, I didn't think it would take me this long to walk it. I don't know if I should walk. Hold on, let me go back over here, guys. So there's another trail, but it's got another name. I wonder if I could just wash up this wash. Let me, real quick. Yeah, okay, I can find that trail pretty easy. We'll just walk up the wash here. Watch my step. All right, that's where we're going. I'll pick up when I see something. All right, guys. Well, I haven't made it in the canyon. So I started thinking, I think this trip really needs to be made in the later spring. I mean, obviously I can't walk down the wash when that's happening, but just from the fact that I think the waterfall is what you want to see. And there's obviously no water here right now. Anyway, let me turn the camera around and show you what I'm seeing, and then I'm going to head back. So first of all, I got this big dead tree in front of me, but I got this on one side of me, and then to my right, where I came from is to my left, I got the big rock I showed you earlier. Big tree in the way, but still it's right there. I believe the waterfall is over here. And this is just what I showed you earlier as well, my last break. So I can see that it just keeps going. I mean, it's not an easy walk just because of the boulders and things. But there is a trail to my right up in here somewhere. But that I'm going to find on my way back, so I don't have to walk in these rocks anymore. Just sitting on these. And then that's where I just came from. So I'm going to head back just because it's going to be 5 miles round trip and I'm out of water. So I'm going to be safe about this and head back and go back to my wife and enjoy the rest of our day. All right, if I see something, I'll film it. Otherwise, I'm going to focus on getting back efficiently as I can. Take some breaks and things. So anyway, I'll sign off when I get back to the car if I don't see you all in a minute. All right, guys. So I made it back to the unmarked trail. So what I'm thinking is just a game trail. When I got off the original trail, I wasn't sure if this was it or not. But I'm 98% sure that I'm on the right trail now. So I can't see my car. There's some hills I got to go over. Anyway, yeah. So it's been a long walk back. It seemed longer coming back than it was going there, and I think just because I was admiring everything, and then I decided just to focus on the walk. So anyway, you can see the mountains behind me. That is where I came from, and where I'm going is not as rocky, but I don't know. Probably got another 2 miles to go before I'm at the car, so I will check in then. All right, made it back to the car. So looks like the total distance there and back was 5.55 miles, which is the longest I've walked in a while. So it was, I could feel it in my hips, my knees on the way back. But I made it back to the car. Now I'm going to drink my coffee on the way home and go home, take a shower, and get ready for the day. And appreciate y'all watching. If you don't mind subscribing, that would be great. It's free to do. If you don't like it in the future, just hit the subscribe button again, and you're not subscribed anymore, so you just won't see my content. Any comments, let me know. If you don't like looking at slot machines and you want to put that on a different channel, I will certainly do that. We plan to do that in the future anyway. So, but just wanted to get this channel going, and just really, we just moved to Vegas, and just wanted to share, what we're seeing and what you can do here, besides the Strip, that maybe a lot of people don't know. And this was one of them. And tell you what, 5.5 miles. It doesn't seem like it. The walk back was longer than the walk there. I think because of the anticipation I had going there. But I'm glad I did it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks. Bye.